Welcome to our today's webinar, which is primarily targeted towards pressure washing companies like yours. So without further wait, let's start off with the webinar. A little bit about today's agenda. We'll cover a slide about Ad Labz, which is our Google Ads agency. There is also one slide about myself. My name is Umer Nawab. Then we'll talk about Google local service ads. After that, we'll look at how Google Business Profile can help your business. And then we'll jump on to Google Ads, and then a little bit about the landing pages. We'll discuss an action plan that you can use to launch both the LSAs and the Google Ads. And finally, we'll share some key takeaways and we can do a live Q&A as well. So let's get started. Ad Labz is our Google Ads agency. We specialize in Google Ads. We provide Google Ads management, Google Ads audits, web design and development, and A/B testing services. We are Google partners and we are highly rated by our customers on Clutch, and we are Google Ads Search, Display, and Performance Max certified. A little bit about myself. My name is Umer Nawab. I'm Chief Strategist at Ad Labz. I'm also the founder and I'll be your host for today. So let's start with Google local service ads. Have you ever tried to Google your own business or your business category by typing terms like pressure washing near me? You have probably, if you have done so you have probably seen those first results with the sponsored tag or a green check mark. Those are the table that you're seeing right now on your screen. These are the Google local service ads. So here's why they matter to you. Your business gets top visibility above regular ads as well. That we'll discuss. Regular ads, I mean Google ads, and we'll discuss regular ads as well during this webinar. Local service ads get top visibility above those ads on the search results page. And then an important characteristic of LSA is that you only pay when someone calls or messages you directly. If they don't click on your ad, if they don't contact you, you don't get charged. That's a brilliant thing about local service ads. And there's also an instant trust factor if you have fulfilled all the requirements for Google ads, local service ads. So Google vouches for you with the Google Guaranteed badge. The Google Guaranteed badge looks something like this. It's a little bit different. We'll see during the next slides. So what are the main requirements for getting approved for LSAs? The process is pretty straightforward. You just have to go and sign up for local service ads. There's a special portal for that. And once you sign up with your business details, so there are a couple of things that you need to upload, that like you'll have to set your billing information, you have to pass a background check, you have to upload your proof of insurance to provide licenses if you live in a state or on an area which requires the licenses. Google Business Profile is a mandatory requirement because Google Business Profile acts as a landing page for local service ads. We'll discuss the Google Business Profile as well during today's webinar. Budget and payment, of course, you need to have a valid card to pay for leads and that you actually get that gets connected with you. So these are the main requirements. And there's another requirement for getting reviews. So at least 5 reviews are required to get approved on LSAs. If you don't have any reviews, you may get difficulty in getting approved for LSAs. So once all of this information is fulfilled and approved, you get a Google Guaranteed badge. Your Google Guaranteed ad will get live, and whenever someone searches for relevant keywords which match your services, your ad will be displayed. And there are certain ranking factors as well, like obviously in your service area, a lot of your competitors are also advertising for the same categories. So how Google decides the ranking, that this ad should come on the top and this ad should come on the second position, and etc. etc. So that's also a ranking factor that we'll be discussing in today's webinar. So a very important point, people ask me all the time, how much do you spend on LSAs? So one thing to understand is that LSAs, local service ads, is a pay per lead model. You don't pay for clicks, you only get charged for per leads. So for example, whenever someone calls you and it is a genuine lead, only then you get charged. How Google identifies that? So every call or every message that the customers send you or call you, it gets recorded by Google, and then Google's automated system assess those calls and messages, and then they determine that whether this lead was a qualified lead or not. So if it was a qualified lead, you get charged for that lead. If it is not a qualified lead, or maybe someone was looking for a job, or it was a spam lead or something else, so you get credited back. Your amount is refunded instantly in your account. So that makes LSA a pretty good platform for advertising because there are very low risks involved for ad spend wastage. So the typical cost for pressure washing leads that we have seen on local service ads is around $15 to $40 each, depending on your city and time of the year as well. Obviously, when competition is fierce, that these costs may increase. When the competition is low and the demand is high, these costs may decrease. A good starting point, so usually LSA budgets are set on a weekly basis. basis. So a good starting point is around $200 to $400 per week. Obviously, whatever budget you set, it will only be charged when you get qualified leads. So there's nothing to worry about. You can set higher amounts as well. And obviously, if you start getting more and more jobs and your capacity gets full, you can always adjust these budgets. So quick tips on managing your budget. You can set your weekly budget comfortably. You can pause instantly if you're booked. So like for example, you set a higher budget of like $400 or $500 or maybe $1,000 per week, and you start getting qualified leads and your calendar is booked. So you can instantly pause your ads or maybe reduce the budget to an extent that the lead flow is reduced accordingly. Remember, leads from LSAs are actively looking for your services, making these calls very high quality. One more important thing, you can keep your profile optimized to lower your costs and improve rankings. So a very important point, how to rank higher on LSAs, because you're not the only one advertising on local service ads. Your competitors are also advertising on local service ads. So here are a few factors that you can utilize to rank higher on local service ads. Number one, very important, get great reviews. Regularly ask satisfied customers for quick reviews. What we did with one of our customers was that we printed their Google Business Profile link as a QR code, and then we handed over it on their visiting card. So whenever they completed a pressure washing job, they just handed over the card and then they asked the customer to scan that QR code, and then they were instantly taken to the page where they were able to give the reviews. That's how they made it easier for their customers to give good reviews and directly give reviews on Google. So you should get great reviews. Try to get 5-star reviews from all of the customers. The more reviews, the higher the ranking you can get on LSAs. Fast response times. Whenever someone calls you or drops you a message, remember everything is being tracked by Google. How quickly you respond, how you respond, how you talk to them. Respond to them in a good way. Give good customer service, and then be fast in responding to them. So businesses that answer promptly get ranked higher because Google values responsiveness. Fully completed profile. A lot of business profiles that we see are not complete. Not much thought have been put into setting up those business profiles. What most business owners do is that they just create a Google business profile and then they forget. These are not going to be ranked higher on LSAs. So you need to have a fully completed profile, like profiles, all the profile sections should be filled out, like services, photos, hours, availability. So Google also considers the profile completeness while ranking the profiles on LSAs. Consistent availability. So keep your availability updated regularly. So Google is also tracking that when someone is calling to your business and your business is not available. So that may create a negative impact unless you have specifically mentioned that and you have also updated your LSA profile accordingly. Like for example, if you don't work on Sundays, mention it on your Google business profile and also mention it on your local service ads as well. Some real examples of strong LSA profiles. So these are essentially the Google business profiles of different pressure washing companies. But what's the difference? The Google business profile is being shown here, but if you can spot or look closely, the sponsored ad term or a label is applied here. So that shows us that it is being shown as part of local service ads. So the same Google business profile is being shown. If I search for example, Miami soft wash and pressure cleaning, the same profile will be shown, but it will not be sponsored. But since they are also advertising on LSAs, so when someone is searching for pressure washing near me, their ads are being shown, and their ads are basically shown in the way when someone clicks on the ad, their Google business profile is shown as in place of the landing page. So people don't go directly to their website, people don't go to their landing pages. In LSAs, people go directly to the respective company's Google business profile. So why they are good examples? Clear, friendly photos. If you see, the team photos are there, their actual working photos, people are working, actual activity photos are there. You should also add before and after photos so that it creates instant authenticity and confidence in the customers that you can do the job quickly and efficiently. Strong reviews. If you see, all the reviews are 5-star. So if you're doing work with the customer and you feel that the customer is highly satisfied, only then ask for a review. If you think maybe the customer is not so satisfied, don't ask for a review. So if they give you a 3-star or 2-star review, that would create a negative impact. So it is better to leave that type of customers. If whenever a customer is highly satisfied, only then ask for reviews. Quick response badge. There's also a badge which is not shown over here. When you quickly respond to customers' queries, the quick response badge is also shown on your Google profile, which also creates confidence in customers and also helps you rank higher. And fully complete profiles. When your profile is fully complete and you have fulfilled all the requirements of LSAs, you also get a Google guaranteed badge, which is also an authenticity indicator that Google is giving a guarantee on your behalf to the customers. So always complete full LSA profile and Google business profiles to get these badges and rank higher on LSAs. A very important piece, understanding the Google Business Profile. So why Google Business Profile matters? Your Google Business Profile is essentially the landing page for your LSAs. So whenever someone clicks on your local service ads, they are taken to your Google Business Profile, not to your landing page. And it is a mandatory requirement for LSAs, no profile, no listing. You show up in the map pack. Map pack is the list of businesses that shows when someone is searching on maps. So if I go to maps and I Google Maps and I type in pressure washing services near me, or pressure washing services in Miami, for example, so the list of pressure washing businesses that is shown are actually your Google Business Profile. So it also builds trust instantly. Your profile is being shown within maps, the map pins are shown, and the details are also shown over there. It also boosts your ad performance. Obviously, if your profile is complete, you're managing and maintaining it effectively, it will also boost your ad performance, and even it could also be used in regular Google ads as well as an extension. If your profile is out of date, your ads and LSAs are probably underperforming. Optimizing your Google Business Profile. So how you can optimize your Google Business Profile? Number one, you can pick the right categories. Use pressure washing service as your primary one. Picking the right categories, make sure that your profile gets showed for the right search terms. Add real photos. Do not add stock photos, some random photos. Add real photos. Bring your camera to the place where you're performing a job, or maybe your mobile is good as well. But you should take before and after shots so that you can post them. What usually I've seen, that's a good example, that people create a single shot, but both before and after shots are mentioned in it. They split the image in two. On one side it shows the before position, and then on the other side it shows the after shot. So that gives a customer a confidence that how my property will look like before and after you're done with your job. A steady flow matters. Next, get consistent reviews. So a steady flow of reviews matters more than a perfect score. Try to achieve 4 or 5 star reviews as much as possible. A steady flow ranks you higher. Set accurate hours in service areas. Of course, we have discussed this before as well. So set accurate hours. So whenever someone is contacting you, they are always able to connect, and always mention accurate information and accurate service areas as well. Otherwise, your money will get wasted. Someone will call you out of your service area, and then they'll expect that you'll do the job. It would disappoint both the customer and you as well, because you won't be able to service them in that area. So always set accurate hours and service areas on your Google Business Profile. So write a short, clear business description, no keyword stuffing. Say what you do, where you do it, and how you do it, and what makes you different. So some small good paragraphs explaining what you do and how your services or payments work. Maybe to add more information, you can maybe add some pricing related information as well if you prefer. A strong profile always helps you show up more both in search and analysis. So a great advantage of Google Business Profile is that it helps you get shown in organic searches as well. So whenever someone is searching for, like I said, in maps, pressure washing services near me, or maybe on regular Google search, if someone searches for pressure washing services near me or any relevant keyword, your Google Business Profile gets shown to the customers even if you're not advertising on LSAs or Google Ads. A good example of Google Business Profile. So it's the same Google Business Profile. If these guys start advertising on LSAs, this same Google Business Profile will be shown on LSAs as well. So if you see that there's a clear business name, no keyword stuffing, just the real business name. The category is defined very clearly. That's a pressure washing service. Their clean real photos and recent photos are there. Their team photos are there, and before and after photos are there, before the cleaning and after the cleaning. There's a steady stream of 4 and 5 star reviews with real customer comments. The details are accurate, the timings are correct, service areas are correct, phone numbers all are up to date. So this type of profile builds trust in seconds, because the attention span of the potential customer is very low. So you only have 4 or 5 seconds max to capture their attention. So put good quality photos, high resolution photos, and before and after photos, which can create an instant trust in the customer's mind. And if you can see that on this profile, this pressure washing company has also created products, and they have defined each of their service as a separate product, like concrete washing, house wash, window cleaning, window detailing, roof cleaning, etc., etc. That's a great idea. You can define different products with accurate photos so that the customer can see the whole spectrum and portfolio of your services that you can provide. So that was about the Google local service ads. Now let's understand something about the regular Google ads, the big brother of local service ads. So when and why to use Google ads? So Google ads is the most popular ad platform out there. It outranks every other ad platform, and it gives tremendous output if done right and set up right. So Google ads give you control. You don't have much control in LSAs. You can just control your Google business profile, budgeting, and that's it. But Google Ads has lots of levers, lots of technicalities, lots of configuration things. Due to that, the most flexible ad platform out there. So here is when it makes sense to use them. You want more leads right now, so you can expand your budget, you have the control, you can add more keywords. It's basically the targeting is based on geographical location plus keywords, and there are a lot of other factors as well. So ads lets you show up for high intent searches the same day. You're outside the LSA coverage area. LSAs are a special product for Google and they are not available in some areas. If your service or your area is outside LSA coverage area, so you can use regular Google ads. And the third point is you want to scale beyond your local zone and you want to add additional set of advertising capabilities beyond LSA. You can use Google ads and you want to show up for more services. So if there is any service that is not supported by LSAs, you can always use Google ads to target those keywords that the people are searching, because it's all keyword based and whatever keywords people use when searching, you can target those to show your ads. Some fun facts regarding Google ads and general advertising spends. 65% of people click on ads when making purchases. So advertising is very essential for your business, whatever business you are. 65% people click on ads and 7x more investment is made in ads than SEO by businesses. That is because ads bring in instant returns, and due to the latest developments in AI and other channels, SEO is getting less impactful day by day. So it makes more sense now to invest more and more in ads, whether you invested in Google or in Meta or in LinkedIn or whatever platform you like, but ads should be an essential part of your marketing budget. Requirements to run Google ads. So there are certain requirements as we discussed with LSAs. Similarly, Google ads have their own requirements as well. Number one, a working website or landing page. That is very important because when people click on any ad, they are taken to your landing page. So it doesn't matter where your landing page is hosted. It may be a custom landing page hosted somewhere in the internet, or it may be on your website, or it may be your Google business profile as well. But generally for Google ads, what we recommend is that there should be a dedicated landing page specifically built for Google ads, so that whenever someone clicks on the ads, they're taken to a landing page that connects logically with that ad. So like for example, if your ad is talking about pressure washing services, your landing page should also explain the user about your pressure washing service. And if your ad is talking about roof cleaning, your landing page should also talk about roof cleaning. It should not be like that your ad is talking about pressure washing but your landing page is talking about roof cleaning. So that may create a cognitive dissonance in the minds of the consumer and they may not convert. Accurate business info. Your phone number, email, location should match across your site and Google profile. Google scans the website, scans the landing pages, and then it applies a certain sets of policies that you must follow. A payment method, Google bills as you go, so you'll need a valid card on file. Ad policy compliance, there are certain policies that you should follow. Different types of policies are there, but for pressure washing companies, these policies generally don't apply. So you should just be honest and state whatever it is, and you should be good to go. Setting a Google ads budget, that is very important. So you don't need to overspend, you just need to spend smart. So I've added some actual real world statistics that we're getting from one of our pressure washing account. By the way, Google Ads charges you by the click. So whenever someone clicks on your ad, you get charged. Whether they convert or not, whether they contact you or not, whether they call you or not, Google Ads doesn't care. They charge you by the click. So the CPCs are an essential part of your budget calculation. So current average cost per click that we are getting with one of our pressure washing customers accounts is around $5 to $6 a click. So whenever someone clicks on your ad, you get charged around $5 to $6. Average cost per lead is around $35 to $65 depending on the time of the year and because it is a competitive platform, so these prices always vary. But what we have seen is that we are getting leads between $35 to $65, which means every $35 can bring you a job worth $200 to $500 plus, or maybe more. Start with $1,000 to $1,500 a month. That's enough to bring in 6 to 15 solid leads per month. So you would ask why $1,000 to $1,500 per month, because that's apparently a big amount. What happens is that whenever you create a new Google Ads account, it's an empty account, there is no data in it. So Google Ads needs data to optimize its algorithm. It's a completely AI based algorithm which needs lots and lots of data, correct data, to optimize itself. So when you start with low budgets, that data never comes in and your algorithm may never optimize beyond a certain point. So starting with a good above average budget will make sure that your algorithm gets optimized and the AI is able to work in its full efficiency. So that's why we generally recommend customers to start with $1,000, around $30 a day, and then gradually scale it to around a $50 a day budget or $1,500 a month budget. And then we can see how the response is coming, how many leads are coming in, and then we can take it from there. We can either scale the budget or we can reduce the budget. Track everything. Tracking is extremely important for Google Ads. As I said, its AI algorithm needs tracking data, conversion data to optimize. If you don't provide it the right amount of data, right type of data, right quantity of data, right quality of data, your ads will not perform to its full extent and you may get ad spend wastage, a lot of ad spend wastage. It's not about how much you spend, it's about how well that spend performs. So if you're not tracking everything, your ads may get wasted, your budget may get wasted. We've seen it with so many accounts. Campaign essentials. These are Google Ads is a huge topic. It may take about 2 to 3 hours to touch every aspect of Google Ads management platform, but we'll cover the campaign essentials in today's webinar. So number one, very important thing, target high intent keywords. So what do I mean by high intent keywords is that let's consider two keywords: pressure washing services and pressure washing services near me. So both of them are keywords that are relevant to your business. But pressure washing services is a low intent keyword. It has dual meanings. Someone may be searching for pressure washing services that are available in the market. They may not essentially be searching for a service right now. So we would consider it a medium intent or a low intent keyword. But keywords like pressure washing near me is a high intent keyword. So someone is searching for a pressure washing service provider near them. So that's why it's a high intent keyword. So you should always target when starting off, since you need good quality of data in your Google Ads account, you should always target high intent keywords. Location targeting. Since you're a pressure washing service provider, you cannot serve all areas. Either you will be serving specific cities or specific county or a geographical area or a radius along your base. So you can always target that geographical region. What major mistake some people make is that they target everything. So their ad budget gets wasted. So use location targeting, stick to your real service area, zip codes, towns, or a radius around your base. Write simple direct ad, no fancy things, no hanky panky. A rule of thumb is that a 7th or 8th grade English essential for your ad copy. So if your ad copy should be simpler enough that it's understood by an 8th or 9th or maybe 7th grader, then it's good to go. If you're using complicated words, difficult words, your ads will not perform. And also in your ads, try to add some offers as well because they entice it, and the offers differentiate you from the competition. So you can say get 20% off on your first pressure washing job, or call now for a free code. So add something of value, offer something of value to the potential customer so that they are enticed to click and they are influenced to click on your ad. Use call extensions. There are certain extensions that increase your ads real estate on Google search results page. There are call extensions, there are location extensions, there are image extensions, there are site links, there are call outs and other details. So try to use those extensions as much as possible. Essentially track every call or form. You should implement conversion tracking on your website, on your landing page. You should integrate it with a CRM like HubSpot. It's free, by the way, so that every form is tracked and then that ad data is being sent back to Google Ads so that its algorithm gets optimized quickly. So the tracking part is a technical thing. You may not be able to do it by yourself. You can either hire someone who's specialized on that, or your web developer may be able to help you with that. Common mistakes that people make. Every good business loses money on Google Ads by missing the basics. Here are the details that you should avoid. Using broad match keywords. Google will try to stuff you with broad match keywords. They will tell you every now and then that you should use broad match keywords, but stay away from broad match keywords at least during the early 4 to 6 months of your Google Ads campaign, because the broad match is really broad. So like for example, if I'm targeting keyword like pressure washing services near me, they may show ads against power wash sneakers as well. So Google somehow will link it in a broad way. The broad match keywords are a no-go during the early phases of the Google Ads journey. Also, if you have a limited budget, stay away from broad match keywords. No negative keywords. That another mistake that people make. You'll have to define, there is a module in Google Ads platform where you can define that these are the negative keywords. Like for example, example, I don't want my ads to be shown for DIY. For example, if someone is searching for DIY pressure washing activities, jobs or free. Obviously, your pressure washing service provider, you don't work for free. So you should add free as a negative keyword. So learn how to add keywords and learn how to add negative keyword match types. There are certain match types available in negative keywords as well, like broad, phrase and exact, like they are available in targeting keywords as well. So, and do this negative keyword management on a daily basis, at least during the early 1 or 2 months of your Google Ads journey. Number 3, sending traffic to your homepage. Homepages are too generic. They list down all the services, everything you have got. They are usually ambiguous and then they confuse the customer. So you should create dedicated service focused landing pages for each service that you're advertising. Like for example, if you're advertising 2 services, pressure wash, power wash, and maybe soft wash, so you should have 3 landing pages, one for pressure washing, one for soft washing, and one third for power washing, so that you can attract the right type of customers. You can put right type of content on those landing pages, right type of images on those pages, and the user can find a logical link between the ad copy and the landing page as well. And then Google will also reward you for that. Your quality score, which depends on landing page experience, will also increase because you're talking about relevant things that are logically connecting with your ad copy. Not tracking leads. As I said, tracking is very important. If you can't tell which keywords or ads drive calls, you're flying blind, and your Google Ads algorithm is also blind. So tracking is very, very, very important. You're running Google Ads and you haven't implemented tracking, pause your campaign, get the tracking implemented right now, and then resume your ads. Set it and forget it. That's also something that people think, that Google Ads is a self-sufficient or a self-serving platform, and then you can just set it and forget it. That's not how it works. You need constant management, constant monitoring, and it's a data-based platform. You need to know how to interpret the data, why the CPCs are increasing, why the clicks are decreasing, why your budget is being consumed in a certain way, which keyword is bringing in good traffic, which keyword is not bringing in good traffic, why CTRs are low and why CTRs are high. You also need to understand everything. So it's a lot technical. Google makes you believe that it's not technical, but trust me, it's a lot technical that you think. Setting up landing pages. So why your homepage isn't enough? Number 1, too many distractions. There are menus there, blog links are there, social icons are there. People can wander away anywhere they want. They can click a link and then they bounce off from the website. So homepage is a bad thing for your Google Ads landing page. No clear call to action. Generally on home pages, the CTAs are not very clear. Whatever landing page you're using, you should add clear call to actions like book now, call us, get a free quote. All of these work. Not built for mobile. Generally, all the websites are usually responsive and mobile friendly these days, but I've seen some websites that are not optimized for mobile and they are not performing well. They're not loading quick enough on mobile devices or other types of devices, which also negatively affects the performance metric that Google tracks. So no proof of trust or proof or trust signals. So some home pages doesn't add any trust signal like Google reviews, ratings, badges, etc., before and after photos, testimonials. So you need to add all of these to your landing pages so that it creates a good amount of trust in the customer's mind. Key elements of a winning landing page. So here are key elements of a winning landing page. We have also created an infographic for you guys, which I'll share after the call, which you can refer to while creating your landing page. But here are a few elements that you may consider. Headline that matches the ad, very important. If your ad is talking about pressure washing in Dallas, your landing page should also talk about pressure washing in Dallas and not power washing in Dallas or roof cleaning or gutter cleaning in Dallas. Before and after photos, very important. You're in a cleaning business, so you have to show the effect of cleaning when someone hires you. So before and after photos are very important. Display them prominently. And there's also, if you may have seen, there's also a very good widget available which shows the user before and after effects if they drag and scroll the widget. So on one side of the screen is before photo, and then on the other side there's the after photo, and when I drag it back and forth, it shows the effect of before and after. So it creates a really good effect, and it creates a very good impression in the mind of the customer. Strong call to action. As I said on the previous slide, you should have a very strong call to action. Call now, get a free code, book your call, book your job, anything that entices the customer to take action then and there. You should create a sense of urgency. Maybe add a limited time period discount, like for the next 3 days, if you book a job, you get 20% off, something like that. I've seen some people add number counters on their website to create a sense of urgency, like the deal ends in 7 days, 5 days. So it automatically resets every day, every 7 days. So whenever you visit that page, it always shows that the time is running out. So you should create a sense of urgency in the mind of the consumer. Trust signals, Google reviews, badges, license and insured, your license details, your safety measures, your certifications, all of those create trust signals. So add them at prominent places. Usually these are added above the fold. What I mean by above the fold is that is the area that is shown to the customers when they first land on your landing page, the upper part of your landing page. Navigation menu, usually what was recommended for landing pages is that the landing pages should not have a menu in it so that user is unable to navigate away or bounce back to other pages of your website. But recently Google has revised their quality algorithms, and then they expect a basic navigation menu. So you can add a basic menu, but make sure that menu does not take the customer out of that landing page. Otherwise they may wander off to some other page on the website and they won't convert. So what you can do is that you can add an anchor based menu on the top, and then when user clicks on any of the menu items, they remain on the same page and they're taken to a different section of the page by scrolling down or upwards. So these are called anchor based menus. So anchor based menus are a good thing. You should use them. Your action plan. So now I think you guys should have a good idea of what LSAs are, what Google Ads are, and what things make them differ, and what you should do when you're running LSAs or Google Ads. So I've created a basic 3-step action plan which you can follow to implement all of these things. Number 1, get your foundations in place. Set up or update your Google business profile. You first need to create your Google business profile because it is essential for your organic SEO as well as LSAs. Build a simple mobile friendly landing page. Of course, if you plan to run Google Ads, you should build a simple or mobile friendly landing page. Add real job posts, job photos, trust badges and contact info, and then immediately start collecting Google reviews. You'll need 5+ for LSAs. Number 2, launch Google Ads, Google Local Service Ads. Complete Google's background check and profile setup. Set a weekly budget, 200 to 400 or maybe more to start. Make sure your Google business profile and reviews are in a good shape. Respond fast to leads, and because Google tracks it. And third, if you want to also run Google Ads, we recommend running both LSAs and Google Ads. But if you have budget constraints, you can start off with LSAs. Once leads start coming in and you start generating revenues, you build a steady stream, then you can start experimenting with Google Ads because you need more budgets than LSAs for Google Ads. When you start running Google Ads, set up tracking first, get your landing page ready, then focus on high intent local keywords. And the main tip that we give to everyone when starting with Google Ads is that target high intent with exact matches. Don't go for phrase match or broad match keywords because they will waste your money. Use a dedicated landing page per service, not your home page. Like for example, if you want to advertise pressure washing, roof cleaning, gutter cleaning, use dedicated landing page for each of them. You don't need fancy landing pages, but the content must match the ad copy and the keywords. Start with $1,000 or a $1,500 per month budget, like $30 a day or $50 a day or maybe more. You can start off with less than that, but we recommend to start with at least $30 a day so that your Google Ads algorithm can optimize quickly. Track every call and form submission so you know what's working and what's not, and your Google Ads algorithm is getting good quality and quantity of conversion data and clicks data and other tracking information. If they get that information, only then it can optimize itself and you can start getting good results from Google Ads. Key takeaways. We're nearing the end. So some key takeaways from today's webinar. Let's wrap it up. So your Google business profile is your foundation. Keep it updated, get reviews and make it trustable. Google LSAs are the fastest path to qualified leads because there's less chance of ad spend wastage. You get charged by the lead. Just 5 reviews and a clean setup can get you listed. Google Ads give you control and scale. When you're ready to scale, you have budgets to invest. Go for Google Ads. Start with Google LSAs and then go for Google Ads. Landing pages matter more than you think. One focus page can double your conversion rate. Obviously, do not use generic pages with lots of ambiguous information. Do not use your home page. Use a dedicated service focus page. Don't guess, measure. Tracking is essential. You should be able to understand what data means, what different areas in Google Ads platform means, how they impact your ad performance. There are a lot of moving parts in Google Ads, but with time, you'll be able to understand how the tracking works, how Google Ads works. So persistence is key. When you get these 4 pieces working together, lead flow gets predictable. That's what you want as a business owner, and pressure washing growth becomes a system. So once you have all the key pieces working together as a well-oiled machine, you can build a predictable pipeline for your qualified leads. Your free bonuses that I'll be sharing it after this call in your email. So one is the LSA Setup Checklist. Let me show you quickly how that LSA checklist looks like. So this is the LSA Setup Checklist that we have created for you. There are different sections that you can follow these steps. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, up to step 6. So that you can always keep track of what needs to be done and whether you have done it or not. You can mark the checklist as checked or not checked. That I'll be sending it your way after this call. Other than that, we have also created a landing page infographic that shows you the key elements of a high converting pressure washing landing page. So this is the infographic that contains numeric items which you can refer to while creating a new landing page. You can send this to your web developer so that they can follow this, implement accordingly. I'll also be sending it over along with the presentation deck. Finally, we are also giving you a free strategy call which you can use to book a call with our professional Google Ads consultants and LSA consultants. Just click on this link, just click on this button, and then you'll be taken to our calendar booking page and you can book your free strategy call. It will be a 30-minute strategy call in which, whether you're running Google Ads or LSAs or you're not, or you're trying to run ads, we can review your setup and we can give you some recommendations on how to improve it or how to go about it. Another special offer for today's webinar attendees: if you want to focus on your core business of doing pressure washing jobs, let our pros handle Google Ads for you. We are offering a generous 20% off on our services for the first 3 months of engagement. Our certified Google Ads strategist, me and my team, will make sure you get the maximum ROI out of your Google Ads investment and Google Ads. We'll also manage your LSAs, your Google business profile, and all the tracking and all the technicalities of Google Ads and Google LSAs, and we'll make sure you get a predictable pipeline of leads flowing continuously. Additionally, if you have never used LSA or Google Ads before, when you create a new account, since we are Google partners, you can get entitled for a $500 free Google Ads credit when you sign up for a new Google Ads account with us. You'll be creating your own Google Ads account. We'll just link our partner services with your account, and then once we link it, since we are partner, as a special offer, you'll get $500 in Google Ads credits. So Q&A. If you have any questions, you can type it in the live chat. No questions so far. You can always reach out to me when I send that email. You can always reply to that email if you have any questions. This was today's webinar. I hope you get some value out of it and you use the knowledge that I have shared to optimize your Google LSAs and Google Ads. All the best for your pressure washing business and all the best for your Google Ads and LSA initiatives. And I'll see you soon in another webinar.